Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me and see the screen. And Billy, good morning. Aaron, good morning. 1IV, good morning. I Styles, good morning. Hank Day, buenos dias. Buenos dias. Boa tarde. I might be going to Portugal actually for a beach tennis tournament. Good morning, Alex Turfon. You all gotta get some fucking manners here. The first thing you say is not Apple. It's good morning. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see you motherfuckers every day. Every day. You know? Have a little respect.
Lucci, you've
Good
been to
morning,
Portugal
everybody.
before?
Never been. I was gonna ask you actually because you had gone, I believe. So I was gonna ping you for some tips. But the Portugal you're thinking about, I ain't going. I'm going to like I don't know. I think it's an island off the coast, and then
Oh, cool.
and then all coastal shit. Um,
Nice.
Playoff Rondo. Good morning. Lost one. Good morning. Alex Cherfron is saying, I never said good morning. I was pointing you to General Motors. I said good morning to you as an influence for you to say good fucking morning. So I'm going to take back my good morning to you and say, yeah, I don't know. Carlos, what's up? Hutch, Madeira. Aaron here just got home from a Vale ski trip. I think Ranchero is quite familiar with Vale. Our fearless leader, Charlie Bathgate at Sang Lucci, he's got a house in Vale too.
Yeah, Charlie knows it.
And I went there with him once, and the altitude, man, that shit was different, man. So playing tennis was different. You know, I'll always remember that though. I beat his ass in tennis. That was probably only one time that I beat him.
Wa-
I probably only beaten him two out of like 20 or 30 fucking times, man.
Was he sick? What happened?
Nah, man, I was just moving him around the court so much, man. I don't know what got
Oh,
into me that day.
nice. Nice.
He just couldn't keep up with me. Um, John Smith is saying, I think we have a nice reversal day today. What happened to our boy who was shorting SMCI yesterday? He said he went all in. I hope he
Oh,
comes around. I think his name was Joshua. His name is
ouch.
Joshua. His name is Joshua. I think he's still holding. I would imagine he's got weeklies here. You got no choice left, so you gotta add. I would imagine. But we'll see if we can get an update from our boy Joshua here. All right, let's get into this today. There's a lot of gap ups to talk about here. With the first one, of course, being Eli Lilly, with a nice fat 20 point and change gap up here. And again, this is another win for Ozempic, Mounjaro, and the whole nine, because again, your fat ass is not going to do the work. Let's face it, you are not going to do the work. Similar to anything else. I mean, shit, you could say the same thing for trading. The question is, and I put it out on Twitter, by the way. The question is what is the equivalent to the Ozempic for trading, right? So if you're a fat ass and you're trying to lose weight, and you got some shitty habits you can't change, you're going to take some Ozempic, right? If you got bad habits trading and you can't save yourself from yourself and you're a piece of shit trader, what is the equivalent? Ranchero? Anybody? What do you guys think?
Hmm.
Anybody? What do you think? What is the equivalent here? And then, by the way, here are the responses here on Twitter. Grant is saying, buy Novartis and Lilly, no brainer. That's not what I was saying. Losing weight is faithfully executing a logical system over and over until you get the result. It wouldn't be any different for trading. Yeah, but nobody wants to do that. You see what I'm saying? So this answer is the right answer, but nobody wants to do it. Just like being overweight and changing habits, nobody wants to do it. So this is not the right answer. Equivalent is people paying for buy and sell signals. That is definitely not it. American is saying paying for alerts, just like someone else's fitness regimen isn't going to fit you. Neither are their trades. Learn about nutrition, try some weights, make sure your injury is small. Again, not the answer. Not the answer. Definitely not the answer. Um, what is the shortcut, motherfuckers? What is the shortcut? I don't think there is one. I don't think there is one yet. Yet. Soon to be produced here, though, by Sang Lucci and the crew here at Sang Lucci. Be ready for it because you're going to want it just like the fucking Ozempic. All right, let's take a look at these gap ups here. Besides the Eli Lilly, you got Spotify here coming in. I think Spotify raised their guidance, so let's take a look at this one here real quick. Spotify missed on the earnings, but again, they raised their guidance. So again, you do any of that, and you're good to go here. Let's take a look at this. Spotify reported subscriber growth that topped estimates. Um, let's see what else they're saying about it. And then on top of that, we got the Palantir. We'll talk about Palantir in a quick second here. Let's take a look at Palantir. Palantir soared as its AI business boosted the company's quarterly results. Again, same old song and dance. Soared 21%. Company reported adjusting earnings of 8 cents a share in line with estimates. In a letter to shareholders, our results reflect both the strength of our software and the surging demand. Surging demand like Eli Lilly for the fat asses here. Let's take a look at the PLTR. That thing is trading a 20 handle. Pretty big move here. I don't know what they were pricing in for this, but I would imagine it blew through it. So if you take a look at this PLTR, you might get some extra juice on top here this morning. Okay, so that's those two. What else do we have here? What else reported last night? We got the Spotify. We got the. What do we got? We got the PLTR. There was something else though, wasn't there? What else? What else came out the news today? I
Let's
think
see.
Jesus is here. What else
I'm
came
here.
out?
I'm here. What are you talking about? Big names? Let's see.
Yeah, there was like 5 names here that. Oh, Baba reported.
No, Baba reported.
Baba. Baba reported. Take a look at this Baba here. Baba, you got a gap up here on the Baba. Remember, this thing has been shit for so long. And one day before the earnings comes out, they decide to pump it prior to the earnings here. Let's take a look at
What do you
the
do? You're spreading fake news. Baba didn't report. The
okay, hold
Chinese
on.
stock market ripped overnight, exploded.
Okay, that might be it then. So
Yeah.
that's it.
Baba didn't report yet.
So it didn't actually report earnings. Beware, this could be a dead cat bounce. Alibaba stock rose. Other Chinese shares surged on Tuesday, bouncing back after a brutal sell-off in recent days as investors seized on more signs that the government will support the market. What is the government talking about doing over there? QE?
Rigging. Yeah,
Uh,
rigging the game.
exactly. Fucking misrepresenting numbers, lying, and telling you that they are good guys and are going to do right by you.
Damn, tell us how you really feel about the Chinese, Roncho. Do you eat Chinese food? I think you're kind of
No,
being a hater right now.
I mean, I am being a hater. I am salty about it. They're fucking lying, cheating motherfuckers. You know it. We know it.
Oh,
Communist.
oh, oh
Ju-
man, Are there
Luckin
any
Coffee.
Chinese Americans here? Are there any
Hey,
Chinese Americans here?
this is a
Please talk.
this is a
I think
blasted
the
communism, not at
the
a
Chinese
nationality.
Americans probably would agree.
Oh,
Blasted communism.
oh, this is too good. This is too good. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We're just your friendly neighborhood live stream here for junky fucking traders who like to talk shit. Good morning, everybody. So those are the 3 gap ups that I got, and then let's take a look at the SMCI. SMCI again, they were pretty juicy here after hours. I think it was printing like 690. It almost printed 700. It almost printed 700 last night. Nvidia printed 700, had a dump of like 20 points, and then came all the way back. So the pre-market activity is very hot for the semis right now, which again is no surprise here. Let's take a look at the Micron to see if the money has come back into some of the fatter semiconductor names or some of the names that are attached to it, like the Intels and all this shit. Intel is not trading too well, so maybe you get a snapback on this. Pinterest, I think, is just benefiting off something. I don't know what the news is on Pinterest here. We'll see if Jesus got something to say about it, but let's kick it over to Wall Street Jesus for the
Pinterest.
noteworthy activity.
I didn't see anything on Pinterest this morning. I know they do report this week. I think so. I can't keep up with all these names, but they didn't report yet. I think it's actually next week. Yeah, nothing really too sexy out there as far as news. The China news, probably the big news overnight. Huge rip, huge short squeeze in the market. A lot of everybody's waiting for kind of the China to step on the gas stimulus wise. Again, rigging the game, kind of what we did coming out of COVID. But they've been taking baby steps. They've really been reluctant to do so. And I think a lot of people are feeling we're getting to the point where they're going to start to take things serious. And being how oversold those markets are, there's obviously an interest, right? Things have been beaten to hell, and I'm sure some things are considered quote unquote undervalued. So you got some buying overnight there and big rips in the Chinese names. Other than that, I mean, I think the more I look at this stuff, I think we're getting close to a point where these larger cap names are going to see a reversal and a pretty violent rinse. A reason I say that you're starting to see a lot of the retail money trip over themselves and just buy anything up at higher levels, thinking they could continuously make money. Yeah, the Nvidias, the SMCIs of the world, a lot of those mega cap, large cap, uh, primarily tech names. So one thing I wanted to show you guys. What the hell did I do with it? Oh, here it is. Um, we got a coal buying reading in that space, pretty extreme. Kind of, I think the highest we've seen since early in the year, the early 2023. And it took about a week or two. I think after that, if I remember correctly, that extreme reading before we got some sort of pull and ran over all these retail coal buyers. But just something. Listen, I mean, I'm not stating anything that everybody don't realize here. But sometimes you can get lost in the up every day mantra that we keep seeing and not protect your risk or not pay attention to your risk. So again, I think there's a higher probability of a reversal out of nowhere that comes out of nowhere, probably for no reason whatsoever. There doesn't have to be a catalyst when these things show up to just again wash out all these Johnny come lately retail coal buyers in the space. So
I
I think that's
mean,
the most notable thing that I
it,
saw
that's
overnight.
that's very reminiscent from COVID. I mean, I was thinking about just this emotion that I have right now, watching these things go up every fucking day, every fucking second. You remember COVID, where names like TTD and those advertising
Yeah, they were
advertising
red hot.
companies like apps or whatever, and they would just double, triple in value, whatever. I mean, that TTD got to like $700,
Yep.
and I would just sit looking at it like, is this gonna ever stop? And again, like that influx, like you were saying, they have to get paid. That's to get paid so good that they never believe the other side of it. They never believe
Right,
anything is
right.
going to happen to them.
Exactly,
And then what
exactly.
happens is now you get so used to that pattern, any dip you're going to buy, eventually here, it does stop working. And of course, you can't see it coming. You can never see it coming, really.
Yep.
But we'll.
And I'm not even necessarily saying the end, like the music has to stop here in its entirety. But what I'm saying is based on a lot of, excuse me, short-term call buying, chasing in these names. There's a elevated probability of a complete reversal where it just washes out a lot of those weekly buyers that think they can just print money in these names, right? So I'm not saying that dip is not playable. Probably, it still could be playable if the momentum's still there. But I would just watch for that reversal that shows up out of nowhere and catches a lot of these guys flat-footed.
No
And here's
doubt.
the thing, too, Luch. What happens is, especially in this market, this is a different market than a lot of us who have been in the game know. There's so much more option buying than
Yeah.
has ever been in this game. Nobody's buying equity, right? If people didn't have options or what they weren't as common as they were back in the day, you wouldn't have as much chasing going on. But people with weeklies and all these cheap lottos, they it manifests into more momentum, but eventually it does run out. So it can
Nice.
carry on longer than people think because it snowballs right into more buying, but eventually they catch them all.
All right, we got 1 minute here before the open. Here, shout out to Joe Andre here. Your shorts have been showing nonstop on my feed, so I figured I'd cave in and join the live. Well, congrats here. Welcome, welcome. What are you trading today, guys? Drop in. What are you trading today? Do we live stream every day? We live stream pretty much every day, but again, the most importantly is we are on all day in the Steam room here, so you get a nice free trial access. Well, not a free trial, but it's basically free. $8 here for 2 weeks, and I would highly recommend hanging out there. Arthur Segunda, Pure Entertainment every morning. Shout out there to 9:30 here. There's the bell. Let's take a look at what's going on. Apple and Tesla are still weak. So keep an eye on those two here. If if you're looking for reversals, I think if you get Tesla back to 185 or something like that, you can start looking at it for a long. SPY, by the way, caught everybody short yesterday and then rallied again. I think more momentum is here building to the long side, and I think you get fresh highs pretty soon, which is 496 somewhere around there on SPY. So let's keep this going here. Let's take a look at NVIDIA here. Nice dump on NVIDIA. I like the dip buy on NVIDIA if you get dips here. And for this thing to trade up to 710 at some point today. 700 calls are going for $12.50. Remember, it's only fucking Tuesday. 494 here on SPY already. Take a look at this pins over 41. I don't know what the news is. Somebody tell me when earnings come out on fucking pins. And Ron Share, what are you watching here off the open?
Watching SMCI and my March 600 calls over $100 a contract, which is pretty fucking sick.
Whoa. Speaking of which, Joshua just popped in saying he's still alive, but he's had a massive fucking loss. Joshua, big round of applause here for Joshua, man. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for manning up. Thank you. Absolutely. You are a fucking soldier here. And for the rest of you motherfuckers that don't post your losses or don't talk about your losses, learn something from your boy Joshua. You are a piece of shit if you do not talk about your losses. I got no respect for you, as Ranchero has no respect for the Chinese. Let's keep going here.
Wait a second. Let's talk about that for a second. I'm talking about the government. The lying, cheating mofos. And everybody's like, oh, and America's not the same. Of course it's the same, but they have different freaking rules that we actually follow when it comes to reporting financial information. And when that doesn't happen, guess what? They get hammered for that shit. People go to jail.
Indeed.
What do they do in China? They just take shit to zero and leave you holding a big, giant, stinky bag of excrement. So fucking pound sand.
Who said that? That was from Margin Call. We're going to be left holding a bag of a pile of excrement.
The world's largest bag of excrement.
Dump here on the Eli Lilly off the open here. Now, and remember, this is an illiquid stock. This is like 20-point dump off the open on the Eli Lilly. That shit is hilarious. SMCI looks like it's having some trouble.
What was that up? That was up 30? Oh, no. It was up more.
Wow. Yeah, it was up more than that.
Yeah, just keep an eye on these, though, that pull back like that. And, to what Jay was saying, you get some kind of violent reversal. I kind of hope so. I'd like to play some of that. And at the same time, if you're long some of the stuff that's run, it's not a big deal if you manage your positions. You can't YOLO everything forever. You got to roll shit. If you do, who cares if it pulls back?
Exactly. YOLO. And that's what it ends up burning the people who don't,
Yeah.
YOLO. NVIDIA here, kind of comedy here. Basically where it closed and had a range here from yesterday. So I haven't gone for the dip buy yet. That the 700 calls are now going for about $9. Again, it's still Tuesday here. Options are still pretty cheap. Let's keep going here. I don't have anything I'm looking at quite yet. PLTR kind of holding here, $20. If you take a look at the pins here, still holding over 41. It hit 41.5 though. Somebody tell me when earnings are.
I saw I think it's a week from now. Next week, I think.
Okay. Lee Hutch just called out the ADD here. We're pretty balanced here across the board. No surprise. So that's going to make it for harder trading as well, which also does mean go higher, go fucking higher. Meta here with a nice comeback after yesterday's fucking crush. Let's see if they rotate to other stuff. Let's see if we can figure out what else they might rotate into. Maybe banks, maybe, I don't know. Maybe names like a Walmart or something like that. Maybe names like that.
Speaking of banks, the Goldman Condor is perfect. It's exactly where you want it. So today being Tuesday, you'd look to get out of that with that thing's probably going to be about 70% of your premium collected, which is fantastic. I got yesterday, I had no internet and I woke up. I didn't have internet the entire day. And it was the storm that we had here.
That's what I heard. Somebody say
out.
The storm. I was asking. Luke.
Yeah, it was a gnarly storm. And McDonald's, I only had a 10 lot, but they vaporized them. So
So
That was
Oh, you had a
that was
storm there, huh?
yeah, it was a nasty storm.
Like wind, rain. What are we talking about
Rain,
here?
right? I
Yeah,
think
it
you
was.
were talking about
There
it.
were 90-mile-an-hour gusts. It was a ton of rain. There were a bunch of landslides. There's
Damn.
some roads that got taken out, washed down into the freaking ocean, and all kinds of crazy shit.
Zuckerberg is second guessing his fucking buy over there.
Yeah, he said fucking it. He's in Hawaii. He sees a storm coming. He gets on his private plane and he leaves.
Indeed, indeed. Somebody said they're long UPS. Checking out UPS. UPS and FedEx both have been, trading pretty poorly as of late. Goldman Sachs, you got it up a couple of points, but again, I wouldn't trust it for
You
anything.
have those NYCB put sweepers active again here.
So these guys are coming back here. Look at this, $5 on that NYCB. Let's take a look at KRE. KRE is not really doing anything. Well, we got to find the rotation here, guys. We got to find something. Check out the Tesla. Remember, 181 from yesterday. That's where it couldn't. That's where it really couldn't break out. So all my attention now is going to go on this Tesla here. Let's take a look at these 185 calls. Again, could be bullshit. Most likely bullshit, and no follow through. 185 calls are going for about $2 here. I'm not going to pull the trigger until. I'd like to see some flow. Actually, that would also help as well. Somebody was talking about that Spotify here. Spotify with another rally off the open here. I mean, this fucking thing has gone from what? $120 in September to $246.
Yeah, that's the Joe Rogan one, right? There's a little hype there behind that.
Why you keep calling it Joe Rogan, man? He doesn't
is it?
own it.
It's a show, isn't it? What do you mean he doesn't own it?
He doesn't own
Oh,
Spotify.
you're talking
He just
about
has a
Spotify.
podcast.
That was the big signing, kind of like Howard Stern back in the day, you nut job. That made Spotify. No, probably.
But he was already on. But he was already on Joe Rogan. He was already on Spotify. They gave him $100 million. Yeah.
How long? For a long time, you mean?
They re-upped. He re-upped his contract.
Oh, re-signed him.
That's what.
How long is he on Spotify for, though? Roughly, like years?
Man, years, man.
Was.
You're talking about years, man.
Well, see, I'm under a rock. You know that. That surprises you that I didn't know.
I'm actually surprised you don't listen to that shit. I'm actually surprised you don't like.
I see clips on Twitter here and there. Spotify, I don't even know how to access it. So that's the problem there.
You know what my issue is? You know what my issue is? I still don't understand how motherfuckers can sit there for 3 hours and listen to a motherfucking podcast. Like, you ain't got shit else to do. You ain't got shit else to do.
What I was saying the same thing the other day myself. How do they listen? These are retirees. How do they listen to them?
Well,
they don't work.
These people.
I don't know.
What do you do? GP Raber here is talking about IWM couldn't really break down. I see that. The pins here is actually holding, which I'm very surprised about. But who knows how long. Let's take a look at the Snapchat here. Snapchat 17.25. Remember, this one's a sleeper here. It gets through 18 on the Snapchat. This is going to be a big deal.
You got earnings coming up. Snap.
All right, Tesla here at almost highs of yesterday. This is where they were consolidating yesterday. This is a very critical level on the Tesla. Frankly, I kind of missed it. I kind of missed the entry here. Let's take a look at this 182, though. This could be...
Got some Bull Flow cruise lines, CCL, NCLH, little buying in the cruise lines.
I'm going to get a one lot on that Tesla just to fuck around here. SMCI, by the way, had a nice 7-point bounce from the lows. Let's take a look back at the NVIDIA here. 688 on the NVIDIA. Would I short it? Meh. Aaron is saying it's great background entertainment. Jesus, at the gym, yard work, doing shit around the house, driving. I get that.
Yeah. So I guess while you're doing
I get that. Especially all right, I'm going to start watching.
A lot of hot topics.
I'm going to start watching tape on this Tesla. Anybody who's going for the short here on the NVIDIA or AMD here, just be careful. Keep it tight. This Tesla here is what? Somebody give me the exact highs from yesterday. It looks like 182.5. I got a 6 lot now on this thing. I'm looking to add though on dips because I think this can get up to 185. I think that was that gap down was another sort of setup here. Now you got yesterday's highs. So what I'm going to do is strategically wait for these sell-offs and keep adding to the position. I think we can get to 185 here. I'd like to also see some flow, though, come into this thing. Jesus, can you post the lines for Tesla?
Yep. Hang on one sec.
By the way, this is also another value of the Steamroom here. You can ping Jesus all the time and get his analysis on certain lines here. 183 now on the Tesla. If you take a look at the size there at 183, there's like 100,000 shares there.
What the fuck? Hold on a second.
No wonder. It's probably going to bounce off of this. Let's take a look at the Gex tool here. Now, this is a good name here to watch the Gex tool on. And what is the Gex? Oh, no. Why did it do this again?
I posted the Tesla lines, Luke.
Guys, you got to help me. I still can't figure this out, man. Sometimes when I'm moving around shit on my screens, it minimizes everything. And then I have to manually click all the windows to get it all back up. Right now, I can't see anything.
Yeah, that's for all the times you abuse me on my shit.
There's got to be a shortcut here to get me the information back. I don't know why it fucking does this. It's very funny, Jesus. Very
Yeah,
very
it is.
fucking
I
funny.
get a kick out of it.
Fuck. And I just missed that whole fucking 183 and change. We were right on this Tesla. I was too late, though. It was too late to size up. But I think we're going to get a nice, we're gonna keep getting paid here. So I'm going to keep watching this.
Yeah. By the way, we weren't on the morning broadcast when I think the flow was coming in. The action in the TSLL Jan calls. That's levered Tesla 1.5 times. They were buying yesterday. Really, really active. And again, we could be shorts. Just the stock's been severely oversold, and they're starting to hedge, expecting a bounce. So, but those Jan calls.
40,000 shares just got clipped here on the offer here for this Tesla. Somebody's buying a lot of this stock, guys. I think you should book some of this. There's another 50,000 at 184. What the fuck? I'm gonna cover this. Any dip you get here, I'm going heavy. But now you got to be patient and wait. Damn, on that one, that was clean. Joshua here gave an update on the SMCI. It looks like he covered everything. He covered everything. All said and done, out $5,000. Can't believe it. Max my credit spread too. Fucking A. We'll bounce back, dude. Thanks for the update. We appreciate it, bro. You will bounce back, just like myself. I'm in the same position, my friend. I would take a small break, man. Take a small break. Try to woo-saw some of that shit out, man. Remember, life is still life, and it's still worth living. $5,000, and at the end of all, it ain't shit. If you look at the big picture, right now, yes, it feels fucking horrible. Ryan Wong is saying, Lucci, if you press shift and right click on the icon in the taskbar, you can reopen all the windows. See?
Oh, there you go.
You see? There we go, Ryan Wong. And let's I think he's here we go. Tesla here, fresh highs. Damn. Now they might not even let us in this, guys. They might not even let us back in this, guys. But I think now you got a complete reversal of fortune, and you buy 190 calls for a couple of weeks out. Again, tough trade to make. Tough trade to make indeed. But I like if you buy the 190s, buy them for a couple of weeks out. Pinterest here is still kind of going. It's still holding for the most part here. Market looks good, 494 on the SPY. I like the sell put trade. I also like SPX to go back up to 495. So if we buy Friday, let's buy Friday 496s. 496s. They're going for about $1.65.
You got PLTR calls really, really active. Some rolling involved, obviously, but really active into the strength.
Fucking Tesla. How are there not? I mean, the flow on Tesla yesterday was super bullish, right? Right, Jesus?
Yeah, that TSLL I was talking about, right? They bombed the shit out of that thing. Yeah, right now I'm not seeing anything too crazy. Tesla, there's some volume there off the movement, but no aggressive sweeps.
Another name to pay attention to right now, guys, is Apple. It's another name you're going to want to pay attention to. Okay, because remember, Apple could not really rally yesterday. Same thing with the Google. 185 already on the Tesla. Jesus fucking Christ. The options doubled here. What a move. 185 here. Let's see what the size is at 185. Holy shit balls.
Holy shit. What's this? Oh, this is a little guy in Tesla. 187 and a half. So, well, not too little. February 9th weekly. So the weeklies.
Notice the Eli Lilly here coming back. Again, this is not a clean stock to intraday trade. I do not recommend anybody intraday fucking trade the Eli Lilly. All right, we got a nice point pullback on that Tesla here. All right, I'm going to buy a 5 lot here to start.
Some more of those NYCB puts. I'm going to check and see if any rolling there. Hold on. I mean, you can't short this thing or anything now anyway.
I got a fat winner going on in the daughter's account for Pinterest.
Yeah, that was a nice hold.
Because I bought
did she move up from an M3 to an M5, Luch? Which would she get now?
Hell no,
She's
man.
not getting any of that money.
She said, hell no. She got the Toyota Camry, son.
He just put it in there so he can park it and not touch it. He used my philosophy there, right?
No, but
yeah.
If you need to make yourself feel better, you know what I'm saying?
Well, come on,
okay.
I planted the seed in your head. Stop it.
All right. I'll let you eat that one. Let's see here. Yaya saying watch UPST. There was some flow on this one.
UPST. Oh, the squeeze name, right?
Yeah. So you are seeing a rotation here going on, ever so slightly, but it does look pretty good. Let's take a look at the Tesla Gex tool here. At 185 is the Tesla area of resistance here on the Gex tool. So again, we know what the deal is here. So somebody's asking, is my daughter a professional trader now? No, absolutely not, bro.
She's a professional
spender
of funds at Ulta and other such stores.
Yes, that's exactly what she is. That is exactly what she is. I bought some more Tesla. Let's again keep an eye on the rotation here. Just make sure you're still rotating the things. Hold on here. Zoom. Here we go. I'm going to add some more to Spy Fridays. Pins here is looking pretty good. Where's that Snapchat? Keep an eye on that Snapchat too. Again, if you want to take this Snapchat, you got to swing this thing though. You got to swing this fucking thing.
Yeah, and you have numbers. Oh wait, did they come out with numbers? No, tonight.
Nah, they haven't had. They don't have numbers yet.
Oh, tonight.
It's tonight?
Yeah.
Oh shit, bro. Should I sell this pins before?
I don't know. That's a tough.
I mean, so far, every one of the earnings reports has been fucking well received.
Wait, you're talking about Snap or Pins, Luch? You're making me dizzy.
I mean, they're both gonna be the same, bro. They're both gonna be the same.
Snap reports today. Pins, I think, is next week.
I mean, if Snap does good, Pins is going up.
Okay, you sound like one of those apes on Reddit.
I'm a slap you. That's what's gonna happen. UG Front is saying, bro, keep Pins over Snap earnings. UG Front is long over Snap calls. Don't you love that? How the trading chat rooms work? It's like I'm long something, so you should be long something.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter.
So
You
you
know
can
what I'm
get buried with me. Misery
You
like
know
That
what
Trump.
I'm
was that was
saying?
like the guy telling you. There was like what was last week. Somebody was yelling at you to buy Netflix 575
Oh man, I
calls. And
remember
I was
that.
like,
I
dude, you
remember
got
that.
fucking hose. Like, no, we're not listening to you guys. You all need to calm the fuck down.
Listen,
Oh,
everybody, a
shit.
healthy chat room, and again, this is what we do in the steam room. A healthy chat room is one where you're able to share ideas and not put your views, on everybody else. You voice your
Yeah.
views, and that's it. That's really it. That's it. All right, let's take a look at the Tesla here. Tesla here retesting 185. Let's see if it goes through. I doubt you're gonna get enough momentum here, but let's take a look. Let's take a look. Remember, you got a lot of size at 185. I think there's about 100,000 shares there, if I'm not mistaken. So let's check this out. SPY here, you got another flop.
You got some rotation in Wynn Casino, little flow there. Stock looking a lot better the last few weeks. You're getting a China bump there, benefiting from the China bull overnight.
I am Lucci. I'm keeping an eye on Broadcom. After having a nice gap up, it's pulled back and has filled the gap and is still pulling back. So I'm looking to see what kind of nonsense is up there in that name. There's a decent amount of activity on the 1300 call line. Yeah, we lost Lucci there, huh?
But I don't know. I can't see.
No, we did. I'm telling you.
Oh, thank you for the heads up.
I am
What happened?
informing you.
He lost signal. He's kaput.
Oh, that I don't know. I just know he disappeared. There
Well,
he
does
is.
that. He gives you the silent click from time to time. I talk to myself. So.
He's
I don't know. My connection just got dumped out.
Yeah,
I
welcome
don't
to
know.
my world.
I don't know if that was on
This
me
is a
or.
good dose of what goes around comes around. We're witnessing here this morning.
Oh my God.
Yes, we are.
Fucking
What's this?
Jesus.
Lucci, I was saying I'm watching this Broadcom this morning. It had a nice gap up and just completely rinsed, filled the gap. So anybody chasing it is hosed, but I'm looking for a potential bounce in this. The 1300 line for this week is super active.
Huh.
Avgo, you're talking, right? Avgo?
Yeah,
Yeah,
correct.
Avgo.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Avgo.
Yeah, Semi's seeing a little selling early on here. Here are the Avgo lines, Ron, if you want to take a look.
Thank you.
No problemo. Yeah, it looks like Semi's seeing a little selling this morning. They bumped up against highs, right? Interesting. Yesterday. Oh, you got a lot of hot big winners there. So that's the problem.
Pins here, 41.5 and still rocking.
Let's see. There was some action in pins yesterday, pre-earnings action. Let's see. Anything there today, volume was? Nah, man. There's not much action out there right now. Not much action. Tesla moving, not much action. The active name is PLTR, but you do have rolling involved there because of numbers. They're
Holy
pushing stuff
shit, it
out.
hit 21. It
Yeah,
did
yeah.
hit 21.
That's where the
This
bulk
thing.
of the action is. There's not much interest anywhere else. The cruise lines, some weekly interest, CCL. Excuse me.
This thing moves, man. That PLTR.
Yeah, I like the trade. I like that when they buy it when it's red down
Uh,
and flow comes in. It's a great red to green type trade, but it does
man,
move for a cheaper stock.
they fucking launch out on this thing.
And those options they're pretty liquid, right? I mean, it trades volume. They shouldn't be that bad.
185 continues to be resistance on the Tesla.
I'll be right back.
John Smith is saying big loss so far for me. Which one was it? Oh, you're saying just in general, John Smith? It's all good, bro. It's all good. Hey, what are you talking about finally? One IV, no doubt. See, that's a productive chat room right there. All right. I mean, of course, we're gonna talk shit. We're gonna lambaste each other. It's all good, but there's got to be a level of respect to it because this game is not fucking easy. This game will chew up and spit out anybody, man. You yourself included.
Hell yeah.
Christian Rodriguez is saying Russell is catching all the bids right now. That makes sense here. That being the sort of underbought name
Yeah.
for a while. Maxwell saying bid falling out in SPY. I don't think it's falling out anywhere. I think it's just rinse and repeat.
Rotation. Yep.
Remember too. Remember what happened yesterday? We sold off to 490. We sold off to 490 and had a 4-point squeeze the whole fucking day. You know what I'm saying? So anybody who's trying to jump on this short bandwagon here,
Nah,
fucking
man,
be careful, man.
it's tough. Yeah. I mean, scalps, if that, and it's not even. I don't think it's even worth it. That's the problem. I mean, why all that for a scalp? You could get run over in this shit right quick.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed. SPY definitely can't get much going quite yet, but again, it's the beginning of the fucking day here. We haven't done
You got a
anything.
little action in that UPST Yaya brought up. That's squeezing a bit this morning.
Yep. So there's where you get your rotation, by the way. Plain as day. You're getting some rotation into some of the banks there, too. Let's take a look at the Tesla here. Again, still can't break the 185. You don't really want to be a part of this unless you get the dip or it breaks 185 and you really get the buyers above it. You know what I'm saying? Here's the 185. It broke for a second, and you can see the sellers are still there. So it's still holding as resistance here. All right, and now you're getting a SPY dump.
QQQ
That's not going to help.
Sweep that just came in. QQQ.
Yep. Is that for today or is that for next week? That's for next week.
Next week, 13th. Yep. WWW activists talk on the name. WWW? What the fuck is WWW?
Isn't that?
No, that's not. That's WW. I know what you're thinking.
Right.
I think this is like a beat up old tech name. Crap. What is this? Worldwide something? Is this it? Let's see. Wolverine Worldwide. That's what it is. $8 stock.
Mm-hmm. You got another SPY flop here. I want to buy some more SPY calls, but I'm going to hold off and wait on it. Yeah, I'm going to hold off and wait on it for now. Now, I think this gets a little bit trickier. With that, especially with that SMCI, you got a nice flop here on the SMCI, but it's slow. Yeah. NVIDIA here, same thing. Very slow tape down here. Could easily reverse. You got AMD down 5. You take a look at the Micron here. It's down as well. So you got a breather going on in, some of the Mag 7, as they call it.
Exactly, as they catch some of those call buyers. But I mean, this is not it. There'll be a lot more aggressive
it ain't
than this.
This
is, this is.
It ain't it. It ain't it. Here is that 185 again on that Tesla. Still can't break it.
Reducing AMD short. Oh, Jesus. You were short the stock, Kelly? You nut. Jeez.
Meta here, you're getting hit. Hit. It's at the lows from yesterday, I believe.
Yeah.
Lows from yesterday.
I'm gonna just sneak it in at first.
Shop here can't really do much. The Pinterest here is holding up pretty well. Snap here the same. And again, that rotation is clear today. I mean, shit, even they're buying fucking Peloton today. Peloton is up today.
Oh, jeez.
Smitty here is talking about Microsoft here. I don't give a shit. Netflix here is dead.
Carvana, some spec flow. They're probably squeezing that, I'm sure, too.
Yep. Similar to the UPST. That goes right in that bucket.
I mean, I personally would watch these names off pullbacks if the market, continues to sell a bit. You got to be careful chasing, because if the buying dies out there, forget it. If they let the air out in these small caps. But they are enticing for rotation. But you should be able to play on more phase if we. I'm not too crazy about this flow. Really gun shy here. You got a little mini cell program, tech cell program came in.
Yep. Also pushing down the market, pushing down SPY here too. SPY down about 492.80 now. Tesla here. Here's your wash here. This is where everybody gets punked.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and add on Tesla here. Kelly Bet here is talking about the NVIDIA and all this kind of stuff. I think he's short all of this stuff.
Yeah, we short AMD bigly, I think.
Oh, nice. AMD just made a fresh low too.
Yeah, you could see like AMD was looking a little toppy, right? Recently, I mean, couldn't break out to highs and little choppiness to it.
Pins here gave it up. A lot of names here giving it up. Let's see the IWM. IWM also. Let's check out the Qs here. Qs here. Same shit. Meta lower. Tesla here, you got a decent bounce here thus far. Not that crazy though.
Branch network to open more than 500 branches and hire 3,500 employees by 2027.
JP Morgan's expanding.
Gex tool here lowering or at the put walls here. SPY at the put wall actually went through and moved down. Q's here, if you notice, at the put wall there as well. Let's take a look at NVIDIA here. NVIDIA almost at the put wall, 680. 680, a big put wall for NVIDIA, FYI. Nice job, guys, who's ever on the shorts on the semiconductors. And remember, NVIDIA yesterday made a low of 670 around there. And then couldn't do it. And then just bounced a good 10 points. Let's see what happens at 680. 680, big level for NVIDIA here. Let's see if it breaks and then moves the wall down. Kelly Bet here saying NVIDIA 681 is the Feb retracement. A break will take us to 677.
Be careful.
Yep. SPY first lows. SPY first lows and it's still going.
Yeah, and still call by is pretty gun shy here.
It's fine to be short. It's just like everything else. Just manage your trades.
XOM, you got a decent pop here. SMCI is still going here, 644. Very nice.
Great success.
Great success.
I will look upon your shorts, Gypsy.
I still haven't seen any Borat movie.
What?
Not one?
Not possible. That is not a great
I've even done that.
Donald Trump does not have immunity from charges in the federal 2020 election case.
Oh, Callie, you just got trolled by Pete. Don't let him get away with that bullshit.
All right, let's go ahead and add to the Tesla position. Oh, no way. No way.
What? Again, you did it?
No.
Oh.
There's no way to this Tesla that it just breaks when
You sounded like the ultimate parent right there, Jay.
You did it again?
With the guilt, right? With the guilt trip? You're ready to...
What are you,
ready
He
ready to sink in with the guilt trip?
NYCB Lowe's doesn't look too hot.
Jesus. What's going on with that thing, man?
New York Community Bank.
It's
Fucking
too
New
hot.
Yorkers.
So that's also sucking wind right there. If you take a look at these other larger banks here, they're not really doing much. SPY here tried to bounce there, couldn't really do it.
These are all the woke banks. They're all in these far left cities.
SMCI fresh lows, Nvidia fresh lows, 675. Wow.
Just wait.
Wow. That's impressive. That is very impressive.
It's a good rinse.
Yeah, and honestly, it's good. It's better to happen here because even if you're aware of the potential rinse coming, the more it doesn't happen, the easier you could get caught.
Yep.
Even being aware of it.
So lows from yesterday on that Nvidia were around 671, FYI. John Smith covered Nvidia here. Nice. So you came back. Jonathan's saying, can you guys do a monthly podcast? What do you want it to be about? What would we talk about? Not to say we don't have ideas.
Social events?
What would you like to see? John Smith is saying, in my opinion, no bounce before we test yesterday's lows. Just judging by the tape on SPY, you may be right, bro. You may be right. I mean, so far, it's fucking weak as shit here, man. Goldman Sachs is saying best and worst trades of the month. I'm sure we could do that.
You got some semi ETF puts for April protection 190s.
Yo, Ranchero, take a look at Boeing. Somebody just called this one out.
I just pulled it up.
What's it doing?
It's right to the 8 EMA, so just a little caution right there.
Yeah, it looks like it's trying to find a low here, but I'm sure they'll F that up somehow, right? They broke something else on a plane. You'll see a plane at the wings fall off in the middle.
Breaking.
Breaking wings fall off. Boeing airliner.
Cat gets stuck in the door. Door cannot close.
Unbelievable.
GCT having a nice little breakout though, Jay.
Oh yeah. There was some action there yesterday too. A little flow.
Yeah,
that's China. That's getting a bump.
Oh fuck, guys, take a look at Tesla.
GCT. That's right. I forgot that's what I was looking for you yesterday. You were in a hurricane.
All right. Anybody who's on the Tesla, what are we looking for? What are we looking for on the top side here? Anybody? Ronchero, you want to take a look?
Working on it. You're right at the 5-day moving average, and it's also an anchored volume weighted average price from the gap down off of earnings. So I would say exercise some caution here. You're also at this is the 1 sigma down on the bigger picture. So it's coming back to an area where it broke down previously.
Okay. Update on the GEX tool here. And again, this is why we use this. This is why we build all these tools here for you guys. And another reason here why you guys should join the Steam Room here and get access to some of these things. We just broke the call wall, and now there's a new call wall forming at 190. So here's the deal. If market springs back, there's a good likelihood here Tesla will cover into some of that. So let's start taking a look at this tape. Let's see what's up.
Roll your shit.
And as Ranchero says,
gently down the stream. NYCB, some more put action. What's that? Oh, that YMM. Oh, this is cheap though. What was that?
Lucci, if Tesla can push through that spot, maybe you're looking at 189, maybe. But I think it's got a lot of overhead resistance here.
I agree. I just saw somebody plop down 10,000 shares on the offer here. I mean, anytime somebody casually just drops 10,000 on the offer for Tesla here.
Yep.
I mean, shit. Nice flop here. Point flop here on the Tesla. Take a look at XOM. Take a look at XOM. Another look at oil here is worth taking a look at here. You see we got a rotation here to some oil. And some of those names here are looking pretty good. NVIDIA here still looking weak. SPY here at the lows. SPY here at the lows. So, shit.
NVIDIA gap fill starts at around 667 and completes at around 662.
Affirm. You got some bull flow. They report this week, I think. Affirm.
Nasty washout. Nasty washout on Tesla. They said screw you to everybody there. Anybody who's long SPY here, you're sitting in some trouble here, which I am. Debating on adding the Tesla down here, but now it looks a lot different here. This looks a lot different. SPY looks like it wants to come in even more.
And we're nowhere near any tick extreme either. Well, we're barely down.
Yeah, barely fucking down anyway.
This NYCB, is this a problem?
Yo, it was a problem before. They made it a problem before. I would imagine they make it a problem again. 485 on that NYCB. Are you seeing any other news come out of this?
No, but I'm seeing put sweeps all over the yard. Let me see. 16 hours ago, New York Community Bank. Pressure from OCC to slash dividend. I thought they did that.
Pressure from OCC.
They got to cut their dividend too. They were paying a dividend. So you know what? They were paying a 13% dividend here.
Wow.
They can't pay their bills, but they're going to pay a 13% dividend.
Wow. Still seeing a lot of weakness on the Mag 7 stuff, which is again why you're seeing the weight on the markets.
Yeah.
So somebody's asking about Fed. So speakers today start at noon Eastern. You got
lunch, right?
Loretta, Neil. The 1 o'clock, there's also a 3-year note auction. Suzanne Collins at 2, Patrick Harker at 7 p.m. So you got 4 Fed speakers today. And then tomorrow you got 1, 2, 3, 4 more. What the fuck do these people have to say?
Yeah, after the Fed meeting. Yeah, I mean, you had Powell on 60 Minutes, too.
Go back to your desk and do some fucking work, please.
They love the pub.
Yeah.
Matting credit, indicating a little weakness, but nothing major. But indicating a little weakness in equities. No catastrophe, if that's what you're asking for, based off NYCB.
See how the NVIDIA is starting to slow down?
Yes, SMCI too.
Yep. It says watch your backs. If you're short, just keep an eye out.
Slow tape though. You got both sides kind of fighting for
survival,
for their right to party.
I was just gonna say that right back.
Thank you, Mike D.
Luciano saying, I vote for Wall Street Jesus to be the next Fed speaker.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Sign him up.
There'd be QE all over the yard nonstop until we blow up.
You'd be out there saying, I am the put.
I'd be guaranteeing shit. Right?
I'm basically buying some SPY puts here to hedge this book here. Because again, I got to wait around here until stuff bounces a little. But again, if you look at Apple, it's not fucking doing anything. Not fucking doing anything.
Apple. Yeah, Apple's stuck. Yeah, because it didn't really rip, right? You don't really have too many sellers there as much as the others. But you're right. I mean, these might be the names or fades to play. If you're looking for that sort of shit.
For that sort of
Tesla's in
shit.
the same boat, right? It was kicked it in reverse a long time ago. The semis. Well, there you got time here. Makes sense too. April puts again. You don't even need to be bearish to be buying April puts on the semis at this point. You know what I mean? If you own any of these things, probably should have been doing that already.
Somebody said they're long Apple. Yeah, long. It also a 2 hundo breakout in 2 months. What the fuck? I don't know. I don't know what language that was. Yeah, I was saying check out the Eli Lilly. Retrace the whole thing, man. Retrace the whole thing.
Wow.
Ozempic supply back intact. Get your Ozempic right now.
But look at that move. I mean, besides the move over the last couple of days into the number, the stock, is one of the
Nuts.
biggest winners on there. Yeah.
Fucking nuts. Guys, if you take a look at Nvidia here, popping back. SMCI also popping back there too. Let's take a look at the GEX tool here. By the way, it's 11:15. We got about 15 minutes left till we move over to the steam room here. NVIDIA here couldn't break the 680 area. Put wall also didn't move down. This could be your place to go long. I hate to say it, but could be. Could be. I'm already long, so we'll leave it at that. SPX here also at 49.40. Really doing much. And then SPY also bounced off the put wall, which is around 492 there.
Here's the other animal, Lucci, that we were talking about yesterday. Uber. You got a June $75 million sweep for numbers here.
Dude, Uber has been insane.
Jesus Christ.
Literally in fucking insane here.
So they report today, huh? Yep.
Uber reports today. Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
that should be interesting.
Ramon here is talking about long on Microsoft. Let's take a look at the Microsoft. Yeah, again, dip buys, but you got to dip by the right name here. You want to dip by the right name here. And frankly, Tesla should already be well above 185 here. This one's playing games with us and eating up some preems here. So I'm just going to sit in that one. I'm going to buy some more SPY calls. On Tesla, I'm looking for signs that, basically the buyers are still there. That's all I'm looking for here. Pinterest here holding 41.
I mentioned a firm. They report on the 8th, seeing some June buying for it.
A firm. Okay. That also still looks good. John Smith is saying Tesla, in my opinion, complete reversal by EOD. John Smith is also saying this BS on Tesla won't fly. What BS? I'm not sure what BS are you referring to? All right, let's take a walk around the club here. Shopify and Melly here, both are just kind of here for the day. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Let's take a look at some of the banks here. Bank of America, GS, also kind of weak here, along with the regional banks here. But if you take a look at KRE, it's not selling as much as the NYCB. All NYCB still selling.
Yeah. You got a couple of rotation plays, seeing some bull flow. CLF, Charlie, Larry, Frank. That's Cleveland Cliffs. They already reported. You got some July buying there, the 21 calls. Really slow name, but not a bad name. K-Web, that's China Tech, some bull flow.
I still like the Apple buy to go to 190. I still like that trade. I don't think you can sit in it that easily. I think you gotta, you know, you gotta be smart on how you play it.
You got some cheap squeeze action in Weight Watchers, WW.
Tesla here flop. It's not looking too hot on the Tesla there for sure here. SPY flop as well. Let's take a look at Nvidia and the SMC. These things look like they're choppy here. They don't look weak. They don't look strong either. Biagio saying 492, 449.25 puts on SPX went from $5 to about $3 here. Preem sucked there. John Smith, I think, is still pushing on the short side. I'm on the other side, man. I think we go back up. I think we retrace all the way up, and we go to 494. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I have
And
no
when's
fucking idea.
Feb OPEX is when? Next week? Or is it the week after?
Not
I can find that.
sure.
I'll find that out in a second. 16th, Feb 16th is OPEX.
Meta here still weak. Microsoft chilling here. This Apple meh. I think we're gonna go into like a dead. I think we're gonna go into like a dead period here. And again, we got 9 minutes left to move over into the Steam Room. If you want to stick around, remember we're on live stream all day, watching and analyzing markets all day. This is the home that you want to be in, away from your regular home, which I'm sure is a very nice home. But again, we're trading here. We're trying to make some motherfucking money.
You got some squeeze activity in Bitcoin proxy play Mara, MARA weeklies.
Get you some
Update here.
marinara.
Marinara.
Update here on the BTC. We are trading over 43,000 again. This thing has been pretty choppy tape though. So if we take a look at Mara, yeah. Remember,
Yeah,
coin was
part of-
super weak yesterday.
Yep. This is part of the rotation into the squeeze plays. Some of these Bitcoiners. PLTR, still seeing call flow there. Jesus Christ. Where's it? It's almost 22, that PLTR.
22 on PLTR. Holy shit. Holy shit. That's a big deal, bro.
Wow,
That is a big deal. Tesla here, tape has turned, man. Tape has turned now, trading weak. It's trading weak. For sure. For sure. I think I got to give this a downside target here and then just kind of bury it here if it does anything more.
W3 Germany.
If you notice, Apple getting a little weaker. SMCI is still rallying here, 657. Who knows, though? AMD, you got some buyers coming back into the semis here, but not that much. Meta here just kind of stalled out. Microsoft not doing much. All right, guys, we got about 6 minutes left here. One IV is saying incredible how this program's flipped Tesla in a matter of seconds. I mean, think about it. They had Tesla at 180. They had Tesla at 176 this morning. You know what I'm saying? And they still got it up to 186.
Weren't we talking about Tesla right at a level where it could find some resistance? So why is anybody surprised? Why is anybody surprised?
185. 185. SPY looking weak again. Apple here coming in. So this program up on SPY here, or at least the one that got us back to 493, is now slowly retracing.
Yeah, VIX not showing much life at all yet. It's been mostly, this is rotation type tape anyway right now. SPY, some put sweeper activity, 490s. That's for today, 6th, yeah, today.
Yep.
Another tech sell program, little one.
Yep. Tesla here, another program down here too. Nvidia, somebody's saying just dumped out. Yeah, SMCI just dumped out. Good 5-6 points there. Nvidia trashed 6 points here. You still get the weakness across the board here on the semis here, for sure. For sure.
It's amazing, right? We're down to yesterday's low on Nvidia.
Right.
Yesterday.
Right.
Fucking yesterday.
Literally yesterday.
We're not talking about a game.
Playoffs.
We're talking about practice.
Practice.
Some more SPY bears.
Yeah. 490's coming out, huh? That's for today.
In my preference, in bigger picture, is to look for days like today and see if I can find a spot where something is going to bounce. In an upward trending market, pullbacks are typically opportunities for buys on pullbacks. That is what I'm currently looking for.
You got a little more Mara. February 23rd, 20s. They report too, but that's at the end of the month. So this is not earnings related.
Nice trade, Kelly.
Matt Wilson said sold the rest of the pins today. Been a fun ride. Taking another 25% off Nvidia. Nice job. Nice trade. Silver's here's calling out tomorrow.
Digital asset regulation where it would be helpful for Congress to act.
Yeah, I took a look at CVNA quickly this morning. That's interesting, right? They love to whip this thing around.
Yeah.
The conference call noting that most significant production increase of their GLP-1 drugs will be in the second half of 2024 as they ramp up production at a new facility.
I mean, if they're talking about ramping up production on Eli Lilly, I mean, this thing is getting hit here. This Eli Lilly. Very surprising. All right, guys. You see on the screen in front of you here. Join us in the steam room here. It's gonna be a much longer day here. Much longer day here.
You got that Sienna. We've been seeing some flowing. CIEN. Oh, it's up nice today. Little repeat activity. Sienna. We were looking at a monthly chart of this thing back in the 90s. What a monster this thing was. Little AMD puts. Weeklies.
What line are they buying on that?
Which one is this now?
AMDs? The ones that you just called out?
Weekly small bet, though. Weekly 162.5.
Mm-hmm.
Bitcoin getting a little push here, too, with the Mara.
I mean, the buy on coin doesn't look that bad. Tough, though. Tesla here is gunning for all of the gains here that it put in. All of them. It wants them all
Uh,
back.
Oh, fading, you mean?
Yep.
Let me see.
Yep.
Fresh record high up at 0.6%.
Unbelievable. German DAX, another new high. So much for Europe in shambles, huh?
So what's going on with Germany?
Who the fuck knows? It was supposed to. Europe was supposed to blow up last winter. They're not going to have heat to heat their homes. They were in a state of panic. They had pure capitulation and everything. And meanwhile, the DAX, new highs.
Capici.
Capitulation.
Hey guys, it's already 10:30. I'm gonna move you guys to the steam room.
Sounds
I.
good.
You got some buying in ARM. They didn't report yet. Some more leap buying. They're bombing leaps in this ARM. 2026 leaps. Jan.